Questies. Today is Friday, February 4th. My name is Anna.
And I'm Piper. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today is a B-Day and a reminder to students to put their lunch in the lunch cart, and teachers, please take attendance now. Lunch today will be a choice of bacon, pork, cheeseburger, or a turkey sub sandwich with a variety of vegetables and a milk selection.
And now for the weather forecast.
Hello class, today there will be a high of 41 and a low of 20 with 0% chance of precipitation, 48% humidity, and wind speeds at 7 miles per hour, and there will be a lot of sun. Tomorrow there will be a high of 44 and a low of 18 with slight cloud cover. And on Sunday there will be a high of 36 with a low of 20 with slight cloud cover. Make sure to wear your sweater. Back to you, Piper and Anna.
This week's birthdays are Ryder, Alexis, Toby, Nahum, Nizer, Liliana, Maya, Elias, Idris, Lincoln, Alexa, Araceli, Aiden, Dogma, Apijan, and Adam.
Happy birthday! The boys basketball team had a game last night. The 7A team lost by 32 to 24. The 7B team won easily. The AA team won by a score of 64 to 40. The 8B team won by a score of 19 to 4. 4 teams play tomorrow at home starting at 8 a.m.
Also, the Pro Bowl is this Sunday, and next Sunday, the Cincinnati Bengals play the Los Angeles Rams in Super Bowl 56. Now, here's Mr. Lipson to talk about friendship.
Hello, Mr. Lipson.
Good morning, Sidra.
So, some of your classroom lessons that you hold with students are based on friendship management. Can you give us some tips on that?
I'd be happy to. One point that I really like to bring out with students is this concept of having a best friend or a bestie. I encourage students to use the term close friend because it's a more inclusive term. When someone says to you, would you like to spend some time with me and my best friend? That third student doesn't feel as welcome. If students can begin to use the term close friend instead of best friend, it's a more inclusive term and allows new people to form healthy friendships with one another. I also like to tell students it's important to have different degrees of friendships. You may have an acquaintance, someone that you just say hello to, a casual friend, someone that you play with just at school, and then 1 or 2 close friends, people that you hang out with outside of school. Close friendships tend to take time to develop, and they require more effort and attention. And the last thing I'll just say is friends tend to influence how we behave. That's called peer pressure and social pressure. And I always encourage students to think for themselves and not just follow what other people are doing.
Thank you, Mr. Lipson.
Thanks, Sidra.
Mr. Lipson will be back with more tips, and if you need help, be sure to email him or Miss Bean or a faculty member so they can get in touch with Mr. Lipson to get help. Thank you. Back to the studio. Hello, Mr. Lipson.
What an interesting interview.
Fun animal fact.
Did you know that hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards?
Really? Wow. And now here's Josiah with a live interview about Robotics Class.
Good morning, Allie.
Morning.
So what is the most interesting part about being in the robotics class?
The most interesting part is not only taking our learning that we have from the past, but the learning that we learned about from this quarter to create a robot that represents everyone who worked on it.
Interesting. What have you learned from being in the class?
We learned a lot of things about how to make different aspects of the robot work, and using like the basics that we had a robot base that we worked on and created, and from there we made many adjustments to it to compete with others.
Interesting. What's your design?
So we have a robot here that's arm goes directly down after an initial input of the start with a 3-second delay due to the competition rules, and it also has due to the rules, we have a color sensor to keep it from going off the board.
Oh wow, that's cool. What are some of the other group's designs?
Another group has little attachments, kind of similar to our arm design here, but instead of having one that goes all the way around, it has 2 separate ones to get in the way of the wheels and the color sensor.
Wow, that's a really cool robot, and it sounds like, yep, there's some other cool designs. Thank you, Allie.
Thank you for the interview.
Remember, the middle school Valentine's dance is next Friday. Have a good day.
Bye, Questies!